Hello, everyone. Let me know that you can see me and hear me, and we are getting started. Hello, hello. You guys are so sweet. I see you. I see your comments. Let me make it so that I can see you on here and be able to read them better. Yay! Hello. Hello, everyone. So, as you guys know, every November I celebrate so many things. November is like very high celebration month. It's my birthday month. It's the birthday of my first course. So I call it like the birthday of my brand. It's when I la launched what is now known as the Basic Babe Bundle. It's also the holiday season. I love Thanksgiving. I love the holidays. It's the first month that my assistant and I, Haney and I, started working together. Like, there's just so much going on. In November, now we can add book launch to that. You guys know I just came out with my second book, Lady Balls. Also, announcement, we have the hardcover available of Contained in Love now. This is the proof copy, so yours won't have this ugly gray thing, but it's linked in the description box. So today we're talking about why I see myself as the queen of alchemy, something I inherited from my mother, and why my courses, my work is really teaching you how to alchemize no matter where you are in your life and what beautiful ingredients you've been given. So every day for this month, or every year in November, we have our once a year birthday sale, holiday sale. And today it's being announced to the public. We've been secretly doing it in our email list and having a lot of fun with some really juicy and potent activations via email. And today I'm bringing it to the public. It was supposed to be tomorrow, but Alina wants to go somewhere with me tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, we'll do it on Sunday and we'll make it happen. We'll make it work. So the code this year is Barkat, Barkat. It's linked in the description box. Haney is putting it in the chat for you guys. I'll put it in the comments. And it gets you 23% off all courses, intensives, and bundles. And I'm going to be doing lots of these shop with me videos this week. Of course, we'll touch on some content, all the fun stuff. Of course, every time we get together, we have to talk about some of the fun stuff. But this is also a great opportunity for those of you guys that have questions about courses, bundles, intensives, the university bundles included. The price of the university bundle will be going up later this year, December 2023. So now, especially with the sale, is a fantastic time to get it. And we also use this opportunity for you guys who have bought courses from my email list in the last few days or are buying them now. Come in the chat, let us know, and we will help you grid the course. So the courses are already gridded by me, as you guys know. However, there's a potent energy that can happen when we collectively grid something and add extra juice to that morphogenetic field so that you can really get all of the transmissions and potent activations that you desire specifically. So we're doing all of that. Let us know what we've bought so far. Let us celebrate with you. Let us help grid the course. And if you're buying now, go and get the course and come and let us know. So, thank you for all the birthday wishes. I turned 43 this month and I'm super excited. I feel like I'm just getting started. So much fun. Let's see. What is your New Year in-person intensive about? I don't know yet. I am given the download the day of the intensive, and that's why I never announce information about that. I only want people to come that are open to receiving anything and everything. So if that's not your personality, definitely do not sign up for that. I typically, as I'm walking down to the intensive, wherever I am teaching it in any part of the world, that's when I'll know what I'm supposed to teach. So you have to be prepared for that. I bought Arouse His Love Masterclass and now I'm going to buy Personal Power Activation. Loving all. Awesome. Sending you happy, arousing his romance, his juiciness, his loving energy coming towards you. Regridding that course with you specifically in mind. Bought Crystalline Course Codes. Ooh, that's a fun one. And Million Dollar Babe. So many gems. So happy about my purchases. Wonderful, Alicia. I'm so happy to hear that. Hoping that they unlock your next level potent transformations. I bought Sacred Feminine last night. So excited. Ooh, that's a great one for unlocking your intuition. Super excited for you to get those next level transmissions. I bought the Fame course last week. Wonderful. That's a really powerful one. I'm loving that course right now. Hi, Mina. I bought the Basic Babe bundle to make sure I have covered the basic. That's really a great thing to do, is get those foundations down. So let me talk a little bit about alchemy, and then I'll answer more questions about courses. And please keep sharing what you're buying and what you guys are investing in. So I feel like victimization is the greatest luxury and privilege of our time. And what I mean by that is that people who unfortunately haven't had the privilege of hitting rock bottom, they kind of stay in this no man's land. They stay in between mediocre and like less than mediocre place, and they sit around victimizing themselves. And the reason that they have the luxury and privilege to do so is because nothing truly too bad has happened to them. Like everything is still like relatively like safe. Like someone's feeding them, they have a place to live. And when you are kind of in this no man's land, there's nothing activating you. You sometimes, there are a few people that are able to activate themselves regardless of where they're at, but most people are not that, right? So when I was growing up, I used to, I had gone through a lot even before like my fifth birthday. And so when I used to look at people that didn't seemingly have any problems, there was a part of me that was like, wow, that must be so nice. They don't have any, like everything's good for them. But as I got older and became way more successful than them, even as a teenager, even as a young adult in my early 20s, I started realizing how sad their life was because there just wasn't this fire in them. There wasn't anything to alchemize. There wasn't anything, there was no hunger. And then when I really started studying like my mom's life and other people that I knew had really struggled in their lives and what they end up making up themselves in response to that, I started really valuing rock bottom. I started valuing like really being in a place where you don't have the luxury not to move forward. Like for example, those people like there's been so many stories of like moms whose children were placed in a horrible situation, let's say like trapped underneath the car, and the mom was suddenly able to lift the car, even though moments before this incident, there's no way that she would have been able to lift that car. And I've heard of all kinds of things, people getting diagnosed with cancer, completely turning their life around, like so many horrific things that people went through, and as a result, having these brilliant transformations. That is alchemy. Now, of course, I'm not saying you have to go through something bad to do that. You can activate that in any area of your life. But I feel like a lot of people are such in a place of privilege that they sit around complaining about their life and they don't have anything to alchemize. Like they think that their life is miserable and that's why they're complaining, but really it's still luxurious because if it was really miserable, you would have been the mom that lifted the car. You would have been the person drowning that used all of their might to get themselves out of it. You would have been the drug addict that's like one high away from dying to completely turn their life around. So that's what happened to me, right? Like I was born into a situation, living in a situation where you, there was no place but to go up. Like I couldn't stand being in that situation. I couldn't stand, poverty. I couldn't stand not having a home to call my own. And I got myself to a place where the only place to go from there was up. To me, that's true alchemy. If you have the privilege of sitting around making excuses, you haven't hit your rock bottom yet. You think your life is bad, but you're actually really privileged because I wasn't privileged enough to sit around and bitch and not take action. Like that just wasn't an option in my life. And I've met brilliant people on my journey that also didn't have that option. Like they had to feed their kids, they had to feed themselves, they had to move their arms and legs, and that's where inner work really comes in because when you get yourself out of that situation and you're really open to more, you become a channel for God's expansion, and more desires will keep showing up, and with every new desire you have that drive, you have that hunger to move forward, and that comes from being able to take any situation that you're placed in and alchemizing it and turning it into something. Like, I have this mantra that I've been saying for over a decade, probably 2 decades now, that everything I touch turns to gold. I didn't create this mantra, but I definitely have said it millions of times, more than I believe any other person probably has said it. I just started making this my life's mantra, that anything I touch turns to gold. Anyone that comes into my field elevates and uplifts themselves from my overflow. Thank you, Medina. I appreciate the super chat. She said, "Happy birthday, love you." I love you too, babe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that so much. And so, as long as someone is still complaining and not taking any sort of action, I consider you privileged. I really do. And my response, typically, if someone shows up like that in my life and they're bitching and complaining about all of their situations, but they're not doing anything to change it, they get my most empathy. And I say, wow, like, not even empathy. What they get from me is like a moment where I'm like, oh, I'm jelly. Like, the 20-year-old, the 20 years ago version of me would have been jealous of you because you were in such a place of privilege. I didn't have that privilege to sit around and bitch. Like, I had to lift the car. Like that, the inner child version of me was trapped underneath the car, and I was the mama bear that had to use every single might, not only the power that I had in my body, I had to channel power from my ancestors, from my descendants, from the angels, from God, and lift the fucking car up. That was me. So anyone that comes at me bitching and complaining about their lives, I'm like, wow, like, I would have been so jealous of you 20 years ago, because if I had the time and energy to sit around and bitch and complain, that means that my stomach was full. Someone had fed me. Because when your tummy is empty, you don't waste energy bitching, you go and find food. So if that's you, I'm so like, my 22, 23 age version of me, or even younger, because I started like really turning my life around in my early 20s, but like, that version would have been jealous of you. You're so lucky. You are so, 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 so lucky. The rest of us over here had no option but to alchemize some shit. We had to take that take whatever situations life had given us and make the most of them, and make the most of them and upgrade them and pull at that little bit of string and just manifest the hell out of them. That's what I saw my mom doing in the way that she was able to do, and that's what I've done in my life, and that's what I've helped tens of thousands of students worldwide do at this point. So if you're one of those people that doesn't have the luxury to sit around and bitch, and you need to take action because you have to lift the car and you have to make changes, and you need the money and you need the health and you need the man and you need whatever, this is the inner work for you. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. I fully received those. Thank you. Thank you. What else is coming up for you? Questions about courses? Mina, do you have a course that covers pregnancy, physical, and spiritual, please? No, because I believe that the courses that I do have, you should be able to take them, and if they're really activating you, you should be able to attract, you use those for every area of your life. Like, you don't have to zoom in that bad, I feel like. So any, like, the basic babe bundle, the sacred feminine intensive, like, do your inner work, and your baby will, all of your pregnancy and your baby will be blessed through that transmission. Thank you, Jess. She said, "Happy birthday, Mina. Doing the journal prompts and lady balls and feeling so good." Thank you, Jess. Super, super happy that you're actually doing the journal prompts in there. I still use those journal prompts, and I still use the ones in Contained in Love as well. Mina, is the Conscious Couples program the same as the Conscious Couples module in the Feminine Training Mega Bundle? Is the Conscious Couples program the same as the Conscious Couples module? No, one's a whole course and one's a module. So no, it's not the same. I got the basic babe and the books. I'm torn between wifed and self-aware Barbie. What do you recommend for a 27-year-old looking to get married, but also really get focused on inner work? Thank you, Mina. I'm feeling like you need wifed first. What's your gut feel? Always go with that gut initial feel, and then we start talking ourselves out of it. Like even now, when I tapped into your energy, I felt like you needed wifed, but then there was a part of the brain that stepped in and said, but maybe she needs to stop. No, the first gut feel was wifed. Go with that. What's your first gut feel? Thank you, Haney. She's posting links in the chat for you guys. Make it easy for you guys. You don't have to go search for the links. Thank you, Haney. The code is Barkat this year. Yay, November 7th. Happy birthday, Talia. Wow, we've got a lot of November babies. Is the Million Dollar Babe money course also in the Million Dollar Babe bundle? No, the Million Dollar Babe bundle has the Million Dollar course and the Manifest with God course. The Million Dollar Money course is different. I named it that way so you could know what stages they belong in, but I know sometimes it can be confusing. So that's why we're here today answering your questions. Happy birthday, Electric Supplement. Spoiling myself with some of your courses. And that's the thing, babe. Here, thank you for saying this because I love nice things. You guys know I love nice things. In fact, I want you guys, I've been looking for like the perfect Chanel earrings. I don't buy costume jewelry at all, and I made an exception for Chanel jewelry a couple days ago. Here's what I want to say about that. When I was still just starting out with my inner work, if I had the option to only be able to buy one because I didn't have a large budget at that time, if I could only buy Chanel or a course, I bought the course. Here's why. I've learned that anytime I invest in myself, I outperform the market. I quantum leap, I compound, I barkat. So the reason I always invested in myself is because the more I invest in myself, the more money I'm able to manifest, have, keep, grow. And then instead of just being able to buy one pair of Chanel earrings and only have the one pair of Chanel earrings and nothing else, I've been able to create so much wealth and so much abundance that I basically have been looking for Chanel earrings for like 3 or 4 years and nothing ever caught my eye. And you guys know I go every month to Chanel and nothing to every like country that I've traveled to, every state, couldn't find anything. Well, a couple days ago I went and I fell in love in like 4 or 5 earrings. I was like, pack them all, I'll take them all. If I had at that time only bought the one pair, I wouldn't be in a position to be like, pack the entire thing because I invested in myself first, let myself compound, and now I can have whatever the F I want. But if at that time I chose something outside of myself to invest in, not in my own inner work, not in my own growth, not in my own education, then there would always be limitations on my life. But because I'm always growing to this day, I always invest first in myself. Then, when I compound and I give babies from the money that I invested, the money babies, then I can go and buy the things that I want to buy from that money. Jazz, thank you for the super chat. She said, I have a male stakeholder who happens to be a SVP. What is that? What's a SVP? Is it Senior Vice President? When I receive compliments from his team, oh, he happens to be yours, SVP? I noticed he changed the subject and looked visibly annoyed. Men are different. Um, I don't know if this is a male thing or more just a personal thing. It could be like maybe he wasn't like sometimes when I'm trying to teach something very important and there's basic babes, they're trying to distract from the conversation because they don't feel worthy of being in a room with multimillionaires talking about high level, like really amazing things, they'll change the subject. They'll start talking about my hair. I'll get annoyed because it's like, bitch, we're talking about money right now and we need you to elevate, right? So it could be that. It could just be like the timing of that. Thank you, Tina. I love and admire you. I'm from Colombia, waiting to receive my book from Amazon. Beautiful. I'm so happy to hear that. The book is now on Barnes and Noble. You can walk into any Barnes and Noble and they can order it for you. We also have hardcover for Contained in Love. Hardcover for Lady Balls is also coming. I like these for like my take coffee tables, like the hardcover version. Sorry, my computer is just like so I'm gonna be ordering a whole bunch to give as gifts. Does the Basic Babe bundle include the personal power activation course? It does not. The Basic Babe bundle is so full, so like busting at the seams that I don't want to add anything else to it. It's just perfect and divine the way it is. What's a good course for relaxing the nervous system and relaxing the mind to quieten mental chatter? The 21 Day and the Struggle Life. It comes with the Self-Aware Barbie bundle, but you can also buy it separately. Haney, if you could please give her a link for End the Struggle. Mina, I'm so blessed to have purchased both books. Now I'm manifesting the money to get the Basic Babe bundle. Awesome, babe. I'm so happy for you. So, ladies, just a reminder that this sale, the once a year sale, ends on 11/25. So, now is the time to grab those courses. Hi, Mina. For container expansion, does the book cover everything we need to know, or will the Femme Fortune container course cover a lot more? The courses just cover a lot more that you just can't cover in a book because the book covers everything I teach. So there's no way that I can zoom in on each individual topic the way I can in a course. It doesn't have as many stories, it doesn't have as many examples. It just can't because it's just different. It's a different medium. So the courses definitely have a lot more. The book is kind of like a sample or an appetizer of everything that I teach, because otherwise it would be like, I don't know, a, 1,000-page book, maybe more, probably more. Does the once a year sale also include the intensive in Houston? It includes everything on my website, all intensives, all bundles, university bundle, everything on my website. Do you have any courses focused on emotional control? Yes, the um every single course is about emotional control because inner work is about emotional control, but the basic Babe bundle is a great place to start for that, for emotional control. Hi Mina, I'm Jamaican with Lady Balls and happy I caught your live from here. Hey, hi, I love Jamaica. Can women in their 60s with no inner work experience benefit from the Basic Babe course, or should they get something else? Everyone should definitely start with the Basic Babe bundle, unless your heart is calling you to a different course first. But if your heart isn't decided, then definitely start with the Basic Babe bundle. It will serve everyone. The oldest person that I'm aware of, obviously, I have so many tens of thousands of students in there that I don't know everyone, but that I'm aware of is 72. And she said it was life-changing, but that's the oldest that I'm aware of. Is the Dream Girl course on confidence? It is. Yeah, that course is definitely on confidence. Mina, which of your courses would help with health and balancing hormones? The High Value Lifestyle course, which is included in the Self-Aware Barbie bundle. I purchased Repaired and 90-Day Relationship Rehab, already binge watched Repair. Awesome, babe. I see what you're trying to unlock and manifest more in your life. I love that for you. Which course for taking first steps to increase money, please? Definitely the Millionaires, and then you can use the code inside Millionaires to upgrade to the full money course because that's included in the money course. So you can either go straight to the money course or you can do the Millionaires first. But Millionaires has a lot in there. I'm just finishing Contained in Love on Kindle, preparing to receive Lady Balls, but I'm impatient from Colombia. Awesome! Me too. I can be very impatient, but it'll be there in no time. Mhm. Any other questions about courses? I wanted to get the workbook for Ladyballs on Amazon. There are three different ones. Which one to get? So we have not released any workbooks on Ladyballs yet. We're working on it. Those are basically people infringing on my copyright. We have someone working on basically taking like legal action to get those removed. So we haven't released ours yet. So make sure that you go on my author page, click on Mina Irfan, and see what books I've actually released. Otherwise, you're getting stuff that other people are just trying to capitalize off my name. And I don't even know what's in there. I don't know what they're doing. They're trying to just make it look like they're my books so that they can make some extra money. Honestly, if they use their energy to create stuff that was authentic to them, they would definitely make more money. I don't know why people do that kind of stuff, but those are we haven't released any workbooks on Lady Balls yet. We're working on it. Yes, there's only one parenting course. And I'm so happy after 1 year watching your free content, I already purchased my first course, Intoxicate. Awesome. That's a really good one to get that sex kitten energy going. That's so good. How would you describe the wifed course? The wifed course is there to activate and help you own that decision that you really do get to be a wife and that you're ready to do it now. What I've experienced in teaching that course is people that were dicking around, like pretending like they want to get married, fell away really quickly. Like they were like, oh, I really don't want to get married. And the people that were like really, really wanting to get married, but being confused by society or how everyone makes marriage seem horrible and terrible and hard work, they really own their decision. And we've had so many testimonials of engagements and marriages from that course. So it will help you realize if you're being conditioned by society to think marriage is hard, or if you really don't want to get married and like make that decision once and for all. Thank you, Nina. She said, hi, Mina. Can you share the difference between wifed and the rotational dating course? The energy of both feels so juicy. So rotational dating is a little bit more practical in the sense that it's you know how when you're like, okay, I just need all the step by step, like how do I do rotational dating, right? It's a little bit more practical. Wifed is a little bit more owning the decision. It's a little bit more energetic. So if I had to really describe it, I would say like the rotational dating gives you more of that masculine structure around rotational dating versus wifed is a little bit more of the feminine energetics. I just bought Intoxicate and trust me, you don't even need to be dating to benefit from it. Yeah, it really just unlocks that sex energy in you, doesn't it? What's the difference between the money course and the Million Dollar Babe manifesting course? So the money course is a zoomed on course about everything about the energetics of money, the inner work, the relationship, the energetics, everything just about money. The manifesting babes is to learn how to manifest using a lot of different manifesting techniques, visualization, scripting. It's got everything and then you don't have to do everything. It's just I put everything in there so that you can try everything on and see the ones that feel the best to you at the moment and then use them, but also have access to other things if you want to try something different later on. So that's more like general manifesting. And of course, it includes a lot of trainings on money in there too, but it's not as zoomed in on money as the money course is. Thanks for your live stream about being addicted to struggling. I've stopped paying attention to negative TikToks about marriage being bad and hard, and also ordered ladyballs and it's already arrived. Yay, congratulations. We don't need, like, here's the thing. My desire is what the hell my desire is, right? I don't need someone whispering crap in my ear about my desire that God has already shown me that I'm supposed to have. So why am I going to open my, like, just because it's bad for you. That has nothing to do for me. It has nothing to do with me. All I know is that this is what God wants me to move towards. So why on earth would I be listening to negative shit about something that God wants me to do? That has nothing to do with me, right? I saw your interview with Irene. Eileen, thank you. Best course for becoming a coach would be the Conscious Couture Coach. Does the Sacred Feminine have the content contained in the mega training? The Sacred Feminine is different. It's a course. The mega training, it's a training of over 72 hours of individual trainings that I did over the period of a couple years live with an audience in this paid group called the Babes Club at the time. And now it's been, made digital. So it's different. Some concepts might overlap, some of my stories might overlap, but one runs like a course and one is just like, it's like a Netflix type of thing that you can just binge watch. I'm buying the Million Dollar Man for my wonderful partner. I want him to have a better example. Irfan, do I have to give him access to my account? I don't really want him to see all my other courses. There is a gifting option that just activated last week on Thinkific. So when you purchase this, don't purchase it on your account. Purchase it as a gift, and then you can enter your partner's information and he gets to have access to it. So yeah, we've had a lot of people do that because they don't want their sister or their partner or whatever to see what courses they've bought. What can you say about the feminine business course? So the a feminine business course was my first business course ever. I didn't want to teach about business, honestly, but my clients and students were requesting it because they wanted to create this heart-centered business that I had created. I didn't even know that term at that time. And so at their request, I launched the course, taught it live, and now it's digital. What I love about it is that initial raw new business energy and everything I was doing. Like, I probably don't even remember a lot of those concepts now because I was very much in it when I taught it. So, if you're new to business, that would be a great place to start. Is there any pre-work or course we should do before Intoxicate, or can we jump straight to it? I feel called to it but scared. Just jump straight to it. I love things that I'm being called to and scared of because I'm scared because it's going to be massively transformative and expansive. So I actually seek out those experiences in my life. If something is not like scary to me, then I'm like, how is this even going to change my life? I feel like my website is perfect. I think say some affirmations that it gets to be easy for you and then go and you'll find it easy. Trust me. The website is perfect. Sometimes we come in with container issues and we make things way more difficult in our mind than they really are. I'm considering buying Physics of Femininity course. What can you say about it? If you have the sisterhood wound and you need like the easiest, most like foundational techniques to be in your feminine energy every single day, that would be a great course to start. Bought both of your books, reading the first one at the moment, enjoying it so much. Awesome, Savira. I'm so happy to hear that. I do not have a Facebook group. I used to, and it got too overwhelming for me to manage. It was just not energetically aligned. So, no, we don't anymore. I had one, I think 2018, right? 2018, 2019. Yeah, not anymore. If you already have the femme fortune, is it worth getting millionaires or is there a lot of overlap between the two? There's like zero overlap between those two courses. Like zero. Which course do you suggest for someone who's getting divorced? Which one is good for alchemizing negative circumstances? I would say the Basic Babe bundle, honestly, or Personal Power Activation. The Basic Babe is probably a little better because it has like the inner work to rewire your core beliefs. The Personal Power helps you own your liabilities, like what you would consider liabilities, and like turn them into assets. So I talk a lot about my divorce in the Personal Power. So that's why that might also be a good one for you. I mean, I feel great whenever I listen to you. Then back to how I was before. Which course would you recommend? I would say the Basic Babe bundle so that you can start changing your dominant like vibration versus like you feel good when you're listening to me because for the moment you're able to tap into my morphogenetic field and you can feel good, but you need your own morphogenetic field to be at a high level. So I would say start with the Basic Babe bundle. You get to feel good all the time, babe. I love that you love listening to me, but you should feel good all the time. That's a birthright. You get to have that. Medina said physics of femininity is amazing. Thank you, babe. I'm glad you love it. Best course for female friendships, the physics of femininity is great for that. We're actually adding a new module to it next week. It's going to be here live on YouTube, and then I'll take it down and put it in the physics of femininity as a bonus. It's going to be on the sisterhood wound. Will your books be available in Google Play Store? They should be any minute now. In fact, go check right now and see if it is. They're on Ingham Spark, which means they're being pushed out everywhere that books are sold. But some places do it faster than others. So, for example, Barnes and Noble, it was like within 24 hours. We're still waiting on Target, Walmart, Worldwide, other places. So keep checking, but it will be. It's supposed to be. It has the ability to do so now. You know, which course is better to heal your mother and father wound and to have masculine energy and motivation to take action for your dreams? To heal your mother and father wound would be the Sacred Feminine Intensive, and then to activate more of your masculine energy and use it from the integration of your feminine would be the Self-Aware Barbie bundle. Okay, let me see. Which course helping you open your heart chakra to receive love when it's blocked by fear? Any course. So all of my courses, any inner work you do will start opening up your heart. Like any course that you do will do that for you. Um, if you want to specifically like target the nervous system so you can start relaxing and stuff, the End the Struggle 21 is great. Basic Babe is great. Mina, thank you for creating and publishing Lady Balls. I'm turning 25 on 11/24. This was the perfect birthday gift, currently on chapter 5 and thinking about rewriting my love list. Beautiful. Happy birthday. If I missed your question, you can repost it. Sometimes it's hard to like go back and see all of them. Would you say Barkat is too advanced for someone on the border of self-aware Barbie and million dollar babe level? It would depend on you. So if you're being called towards something, I believe when I'm being called towards something, it's not too advanced. There's something in there that I need to hear. I may not get everything, but that's okay because I tend to re-listen to things, and every time I re-listen to something, I'm getting upgraded, so I'll hear something different. Then I'll get upgraded some more, then I'll hear something different. Then I'll upgrade get. So if you're being called towards something, it's not too much for you. There's something in there that's actually going to paradigm shift you. Now, there might be things that might be too much, but as you get upgraded, you can re-listen because you do have lifetime access with my stuff. I'm reading my Ladyballs book and I love it. Thank you, Marika. I'm so glad to hear that. I would love reviews from you guys after you're done on Amazon or Goodreads if that's your thing. I would love that. Guys, if you want to avoid getting blocked, please don't talk about other people. I'm trying to keep this just about me, my business, what you can learn. I'm not here to gossip, and I don't do basic babe really well. I'm actually kind of allergic to it. Some of you guys are trying to like talk about other people. Not doing that. Consider this your last warning before your ass gets blocked. And then you're never going to be able to comment and you won't even know because you think you're commenting, but no one can see your comments. I love YouTube for that. I could just imagine people commenting all day and like no one can see your shit. The day my books arrived, I felt like I've shifted. Yes, that's the gridding. That's the gridding. I love that for you. 5-star reviews all day, baby. Yes, Tanya, Talia, I received that. Any other questions about the courses? Which ones are your favorite? Which ones you're buying? Which ones you're thinking of buying? We've been getting so many questions from our email list because we've been doing the sale with them for like 3 days, I think now. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give you guys a chance to just ask as many questions as you need to. Mina, please, I have rotational dating and divine union, but I haven't been able to manifest divine union. What should I do or course to get? Do you actually want to get married? So what I would do is journal on what would happen if I actually got married. Because sometimes you're not really wanting it. It's something that you've been told you have to do. It's something that you think is going to be hard. Sometimes you think there's a price to pay if you manifest it. And if your free will isn't in it, then it's not going to happen. So, yeah, I can tell you to get wifed. I can tell you to get courses, but I would much rather that you journal on it first. I was too impatient to get the hardcover, so I got the ebook to read immediately. Awesome. I'm like you. I'm like that too. Like, I'm like, oh, I need this now. Books I love, I often will get the audiobook, the paperback, the hardcover, and the ebook. Like, that's just how I am. What course of yours would you recommend to healing the masculine since I've grown with not a lot of healthy men, negative beliefs towards men? I would say probably the feminine energy mega trainings have the most content about that topic. That's not a course, it's just over 70 hours of like trainings of me just riffing on different topics about femininity, law of attraction, relationships, men, masculinity, femininity, like everything. I think that one would be the best one for you, honestly. I'm really happy for you, Mina. I hope more people find your message and learn from your insights. Thank you, babe. I'm often worried that my child is unsafe for no reason, I think. Do you have any insight of it an energetic issue? Yep, it's a container issue. I used to have that too. When we don't feel safe or we think that something good comes with some kind of a price to pay, that's when we think of negative things like that. So I would recommend the Femme Fortune container course for you, and that's something you can definitely turn around. I I was trapped in there in that mode for many, many years, so I can really relate to that. It's just it just saps the joy out of you because you're like trying to enjoy your life and then you keep thinking of all of these horrible things happening to your kids. Mina, I feel called to all your courses, but I can't afford your university bundle. Oh, by the way, oh my God. Thank you for reminding me. The university bundle now has a payment plan. So you guys remember, if you guys are in the US, you can use Affirm, Klarna, and Afterpay for to finance like buy now pay later if you're in the US, but I know that it's not everyone is in the US, so I did activate a payment plan for the university bundle. Let me get you that specific link just to the payment plan. Haney, if you could put the link in general for the university bundle, and then I'll pull it up for the payment. I think it should be on the sales page. You should be able to find it. but I'll get it for you guys. I'm pulling it up. Sorry, this computer is so slow. Okay, it's a 3-month payment plan, and then remember that the 23% off will come off of each of the payments, not just the first payment. So here's the link for that. That's the, let me like write it in, uni bundle payment plan. Mina, Fame or Femme Fortune container course? For you, I'm thinking start with Femme Fortune first. However, if what I said made you feel sad, that means you're supposed to go into Fame. So sometimes when someone takes away one option and your heart immediately sinks, that's a sign that the other thing was better for you. So when I said that, when I took away Fame, did you feel relieved to have that answer, or did you feel like, oh no, I really wanted that one? The Savage chorus is next level. I don't think I can even describe it. If you are being called to it, buy it. If you're the kind of person that needs to know the contents before you buy something, definitely don't buy it. It's a lot in there. It's a transmission. I don't think it can be described. Maybe someone else can try to describe it. I try not to because it's like it's just that potent that you can't put in words. I'm so excited. Thanks, Mina. Awesome. Millionaires or femme fortune? Millionaires first. Did you feel good when I said that, or did you feel like, oh no, I wanted to do the femme fortune? Because that's really the answer. This is a technique in my culture where kids, when they're confused, you take away one option and then you ask them how they feel. If they feel good that the option was removed, then that means they made the choice. But if they feel bad that that option was removed, that means it's the other thing. I've been a people pleaser and I can't seem to get out of this cycle. Which course would you suggest? I would suggest the Lady Ball book first and then the Savage Feminine. So Lady Balls and Savage, but you can do them together at the same time too. Which course would help with surrender? Pretty much all of them. All my course, like there's some things that are just so ingrained in my work that I can't teach without teaching that. But if you want to zoom in, the Sajda course would be about surrender. The Savage course is Lady Balls on steroids, someone said. Maybe that's the best way to describe it. I like that. I haven't finished Lady Balls yet, but it's the book of the year for me already. So good. I feel like being summoned by Savage Feminine Chorus. Yes. If you are being summoned by it, there's something in there that will activate you that you need to hear. I love that she said this is Lady Balls on steroids. I love that. I was scared of teaching that course. It was just too much of that Savage Sina energy. My mom, you guys know my mom's nickname was Sheena. I had to like expand myself to be able to teach that course. Yes. Girl, now's the time to grab it. It's 23% off with the code Barkat. Are you only answering questions about the courses at this time? Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm doing right now. For limiting beliefs, definitely the Basic Babe bundle. If you already answered it, Ali. You said that you want um why can't you jump into the CEO boss queen? What's making you not feel ready for it when that's what you really want? The other thing, let me read your question first and then I'll answer it in a nuanced way. There's a lot of things coming up as I'm reading this. She said, what course would you recommend for starting and being incredibly successful in a feminine business? At this time, I won't jump straight into the CEO Boss Queen. Let's all bless all your purchases. Okay, so if you want a course on how to be successful in your feminine business, I don't have a course for that. If you want to learn how you can be successful, you as a person, all of my courses will work for that. Go with the one that calls your heart. I don't invest in my business. I don't invest in anything outside of me. Here's why. I had a very successful, thriving business in my early 20s. You guys know I was in real estate, construction, loan brokerage, like really, really successful. And at the same time, I was a student at Northwestern University. Any money that I invested in my business ended when that business ended. Any money that I invested in myself at that time compounded, and you see the benefits of it now. So I don't want anything outside of me to be successful. I just want to be successful because then otherwise I'm gauging my metrics are off. Like I'm trying to see, is my business successful yet? Is my business successful yet? I don't care if my business is successful yet or not. Am I successful? That's the most important thing. So if you want to build a successful business, I don't know how to teach you that. I do know how to make you successful. And when you're successful, everything you touch turns into gold, and everything then is successful from its overflow. But the people that come in with having a certain goal outside of them and their all of their metrics are like, is this business successful? I'm not going to be a good coach for you. I'll tell you right now because I don't care about your damn business. I care about you. Businesses come and go, men come and go, like everything comes and go, but like there's only one of you. So invest in yourself. Okay, let me see. I'm getting the Basic Babe bundle on Thursday. Appreciate you so much. Thank you, Asher. Excited for you to get it. Nina, I manifested a famous athlete a few months ago and now I have a date with him. I'm feeling anxious because I haven't been on a date in over a year. Thinking Basic Babe or rotational dating. Intoxicate. Basic Babe will give you the foundation for like your core beliefs, but I feel like if you want to be in the right energy and you don't have that much time, let me see, when are you going? And now I have a date with him. If the date's coming up quick, I would say maybe grab, if you're able to grab the Basic Babe and the Intoxicate. The Intoxicate will give you the energy now, and the Basic Babe will give you the foundation. So you can start working in your core beliefs. You know how sometimes, like, let's say when you have a pimple, like you want the concealer to quickly hide it, but like you also want a long-term solution. It's kind of like that. If I want to write a book but don't have the motivation, would Channeled be a good course for me? Yes, absolutely. Channeled is all about channeling the work from the divine. The reason you don't have the motivation is because you're trying to write it from the mental plane. Books are not written from the mental plane, actually, not good books at least. It's going to be really hard. So, what I would recommend is doing it like channeling the book instead, and that will be the easiest thing you've ever done. In fact, it will be so easy that you'll have to do a lot of inner work to keep it be that easy. That was like what I had to do. Writing this book, Lady Balls, was like, okay, it's getting too hot in here. It was like the easiest thing I've ever done. I bought the Feminine Voice Mastery and felt a different the next day. I hadn't even done any of the exercises in there yet. I hear this kind of stuff all the time. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's the decision making, it's the potent activation, it's you owning, your desire. That's why I tell you my courses are gridded. Like a lot of women tell me, like, I bought the course, I didn't even open it, and I feel different. I'm like, you owned your desire, you made a decision, you entered into a new portal. Of course you're different. You know you're doing well when people start to get jealous of your wisdom and calling. I wish they knew that they can be just as great when they do their inner work. Exactly. Yes, I know. They get to be great too, but they don't know that yet. Today's email was amazing. It is my right to be paid for existing. Yes, I've been adding these affirmations for you guys. Like, I told you guys that these emails, this year's emails were like next level. It's a new standard for us, and we're definitely like elevating and expanding even beyond it. So I'm so glad you've been enjoying them. They're going to be coming all week. My favorite course is the End the Struggle 21-day course. Yes. Mina is embodied in this. That's what makes her teachings hit different than a Google search. Yeah, I know. Some people think you can just, and here's the thing. If it wasn't for me saying certain content concepts, you wouldn't even know to Google them. How would you know how to Google something if that thing didn't even exist in your paradigm, right? And if you want to Google and learn, knock yourself out. No one's trying to make you buy anything. Go knock yourself out. Happy birthday. Wishing you even more success, great health, and prosperity. Thank you, Shantae. I appreciate that. Wow, I didn't even consider intoxicate. Thank you. I'm buying it. I just felt as soon as I was reading your comment, that was like the first gut feel I had that that's the one you had to do. Which course would you recommend to take in your early 20s? I would say whichever one you're being called to first without second guessing yourself. And if you're not being particularly called to anyone, then start with the Basic Babe bundle. I started getting more clients in my professional networking business right after I finished reading your book. So thank you, Mina, and happy birthday. Thank you, babe, and congratulations. We're just getting started. So I can't wait to see how many more people you're going to help. Wow, you're only 25. Just bought your book, Amazon UK. Excited to read it. Awesome, Emerine. I can't wait for you to get it. This book is so powerful. As soon as I ordered it, I knew it would be life-changing. This week alone, I felt such a change in my energy, and it's being reflected in how others are treating me. That's the thing, babe, because it's all within you, and that's what you're projecting out. I love that for you. I'm so excited. We're not doing coaching, we're doing courses. This is a shop with me today. Is there a course in which you teach how to do Akashic readings? Yes, chords and contracts. It's all about Akashics. That's a really next level powerful course. We've had people just cut like generational cords, break through patterns that they've been living out of poverty, obedience, servitude, like so much stuff in there. It's next level stuff. Like buckle in if you're gonna get that one. Starving out drama was definitely a little difficult for me, but at least I'm very aware of it now. I've noticed after 3 days I start looking for drama, shaking my head. How do you change your appetite? Enjoy it. So when you find yourself looking for drama 3 days later, enjoy it. And also, that's what the core beliefs in the Basic Babe Bundle are for, right? Like we change our core beliefs. We put drama in its place. So I love drama in reality TV show, in my makeup, in my clothes. Like that's where I like my drama. Where do you like your drama? Do you like it in your relationships? Like that's not a good place for drama. Mina, what profession industry do you think is the best option to dive in and profit from? Whichever one is coming from soul is the one you're going to profit from. Oh, yes, Mina's work is incredibly powerful. The way people treat me has changed so much as well in the last few months following Mina's work. Awesome, babe. Yes. Chords and contracts. Haney's already putting the links in the description box that you guys can use. I love that. Someone said I only like drama in my eye makeup and my office. That's the best place to put it. I love that. That's the place where drama should belong. Some people like their drama in the stage plays that they go watch. I love that for you. Some people like their drama in their money. I don't. Some people like their drama in their relationships. I don't. Some people like their drama in their parenting. I don't. I don't want drama in these areas. I put it in its place. Mina, you teaching us that you get to have what you desire is making my inner child feel so loved. I'm so happy to hear that. I like my drama on TV as where it belongs, right? That's what TV is for. I love that. Your life is not for drama. Mina, I feel so activated after receiving Lady Balls. I now give myself full permission towards all my heart's desires. Yes, amen. You get to have it all. For real though, everyone treats me better. I have been getting a lot of stuff for free, and it can't just be my looks. As I'm veiled, it's the energy. Beautiful. The energy is everything. It's everything. I believe the energy actually changes your looks. That's been my experience. Changing my energy has literally changed my looks. Haney is so fast. She thinks I've never been able to meet anyone that like thought two steps ahead of me. Like I love that because usually that's a big problem for me. I move very fast and people can't keep up, but this girl, this chick is on her game. She's always ahead. Oh my gosh, I just told myself I was making my parenting dramatic today and being a total basic babe mom. Hey, we've all been there. I've been there too. But that's not where we take our drama. We take our drama on our TV, in our clothes, right? That's not what we do over here. The birthday sale ends on November 25th, 2023. So, including today, it's 6 days. After watching your Stop Acting Like a Peasant video, my life has changed forever. My energy is different and I notice people treat me better. Yes. Oh my God, you know what you reminded me of? I want to make this video. Hopefully, I'm not going to offend anyone because a lot of people that know me in my real life follow me on like watch my content, like family and friends. But the video title was I have since my 20s, I've been surrounded by two types of millionaires. I've been surrounded by multimillionaires who became rich from their 9 to 5 job and saving over time and investing and being frugal. And I've also been surrounded by entrepreneurs who have a very abundant mindset, who don't penny pinch, who are not frugal. And they're just so different. One is just drudgery. They're both rich, but one, their life is just like, they just think so differently. And the others are just so Barkat focused. And I wanted to make a video about this because That's something that just fascinates me, how just different that they are, even though they're both rich. So, the peasant, when you mentioned the peasant video, it reminded me, I'm gonna probably maybe tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be able to do a video tomorrow. I have a date with Alina, but maybe Tuesday's video, I'll try to do that one. Mina, I found you years ago and thought I was a self-aware Barbie. After starting Lady Balls, I realized I was a basic babe bypasser. Oh yeah, spiritual bypassers. And I'm in therapy now. Thank you for your work. You're so welcome, Mariah. And you know what? We work our way up to the activated self-aware Barbie because we love the self-aware Barbie, just the activated portion of her, right? The part that gets results. Happy birthday. I celebrated my birthday 2 weeks ago. I said I wanted to change my wardrobe, and it was so weird. Bags of clothes just showed up. The strangest thing in our work works. Girl, happy birthday. That is one quantum manifestation. My birthday is not today. I don't publicly exactly put my birthday out there. It's in November. Some of my students and clients know, obviously, just because I don't think these exact things that can be used as identifying information should be all public. So my birthday is definitely in November, but I don't like to share publicly the exact date. I manifested the 21 days and the struggle course. I already got downloads just from the 5 minute introduction. By the way, I had the word Berkut stuck in my head days before you sent the code. Wow, I love that. I feel like it's summoning you, it's calling you. Interesting. Give us the last wrinkle. Yeah, I want to just talk about because I feel like if I talk about the differences, you guys will start seeing like the wounding, like the in the in Lady Balls, I talked about the masculine money wounds versus the feminine money wounds. You'll start seeing it when I talk about it. I've been working on myself and taking care of myself more since watching you. Thank you, Mina. God bless. Thank you, Panda. I'm so glad you're taking care of yourself. I love that, Mina. You share lots with us, and yet you're so private. Thank you. I'm extremely introverted. I'm not sure if people on YouTube realize that, but I am very introverted. The strange thing is that all of us are like that. All five of us are extremely introverted. We have a lot of things in common. All five of us are also emotional authority. So interesting. Armaan did tell me recently that most people are, like the biggest chunk of humans are emotional authority. I did not know that. I watched one of your videos about finding your voice tone and how to use different tones with men. Yes, the voice mastery course will be perfect for you, Jasmine. It teaches you how you can use a more activated tone or voice when you're teaching versus a more softer, feminine voice when you're on dates. So, yeah, you can play with it. I can switch back and forth as needed and intended, depending on what outcome I'm trying to get. Yes, seems Berkut is calling me. Keep expanding my container to be ready for it. Yes. Mina, could you talk about the books that helped you the most when doing your inner work around your marriage? Um, books. Honestly, what helped me the most with my marriage was my Pakistani culture. So I would have to dig deep for this. Um, I would say the Bible and the Quran are gonna be number one for that. Um, books for marriage. I read John Gottman's book as part of my curriculum at university, where he talks about, I don't remember the name of the book now. This was like 20 some years ago, but it was John Gottman's research. That didn't necessarily help me with my marriage, but it I knew the concepts of what breaks a marriage and what can predict divorce because of that book. So that's a good one. But for inner work, I would say for marriage specifically, my culture and what I learned from my aunts and my grandmother and my mom, and then the Bible and the Quran. Dr. Laura's books, yes, those are great. Thank you for reminding me. Dr. Laura was one of my first mentors. I found her work. Um, it was before even my first marriage, so like really early, but I didn't start like I got it, but you know how it's like information, but you're not embodied in it? I didn't become embodied in it until seeing women of my culture from that lens. So I would say it took me a good 10 years to become embodied in like get what she was teaching, and it's not just words, but yeah, her books are amazing. I highly recommend Dr. Laura. She's a little savage queen, isn't she? Both the physics of femininity and intoxicate changed my life. I'm so happy to hear that, Polly. Do you think anyone is ready for course and contract? That course calls me and scares me at the same time. I've heard both. um we had 65 students sign up the first round, where it was just group coaching. And it was like a smaller container because it was going to be group coaching. Two people totally freaked out and started completely not only sabotaging their life, but like sabotaging their relationship with me, which was really interesting. But the other 63 people, we had I would say two or three people that said, this course is scaring me. And then we had like 60 people where it just totally changed their life. So it depends on where you're at and how you receive things. Some people have this pattern of right at the moment that something big is about to manifest, they start sabotaging really big. And that's the pattern I saw with the two people that freaked out with the course. So it depends on where you are, obviously. I had a few people that said they really wanted to be in the course. They were in the course and they would come and they would feel like, oh my God, this is too much, and then like stop listening. But when they told me that we worked through it, they're going back and they're listening. It is next level. It's high in divinity level work. So even if you don't consider yourself high in divinity, are you the kind of person that can be in the room with high in divinity and not freak out? Or are you someone that doesn't even give yourself permission to be in the room? Like, for example, before I was a multimillionaire, I was okay with being in the room with multimillionaires. Like, I would feel intimidated for sure, but I could be in the room with them. So I wasn't someone that would sabotage myself if I was in the room with them. So that's kind of how you can gauge. Because of your courses and videos, I can show my different flavors more, and the men in my rotation told me it's crazy how multifaceted I am, and it's just something about me that enchants. Girl, yes, I love that. You've got your feminine range going over there. Of course, they're like magnetized towards it. Men love feminine range. Just started High Vibe Worthy Woman Ascension, which is in the Basic Babe bundle. And she said, I love how you said the slower you go in a work, the faster you move. Yep. It's this really interesting phenomena where time stops for you and you internally are processing everything at slow speed, but everything outside of you is manifesting really quickly. So it's really interesting. I just love it. Mina is changing the world one basic babe at the time. I love that for us. I so love that for us, for all of us. Thank you, Haney. Haney is working hard. Thank you, babe. We're saying working hard, but of course it's easy for her because this is she's just the queen of ease. No, 8 dates is newer. It wasn't around when I was in university. I'm ready to quantum leap with cash metaphysics of money. Oh my God, yes, that's a really powerful intensive. I think we recorded that one in Hawaii, I think. It's so good. Is the voice mastery included in a course? So the voice mastery is by it's a course on its own. Haney has been linking it in the chat for you guys. It's included in the university bundle, but it's not, I don't think it's a part of any other bundle. By the way, guys, all of these links are in the description box of this video. All you have to do is scroll down and see these links in there. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them are there. We have so many courses. My parenting course is called High Value Parenting. That's going to be getting a new module by the end of this year called Mamta, and that's going to go in the sorry, in the parenting course. That's included in the Self-Aware Barbie Activated bundle. I might need to buy 2 courses today. Take advantage of the sale, girly. Manifest that money back. You know it. Let me see, what else did I miss? Mina, how can the feminine voice mastery help with dealing with basic babe and phase one self-aware Barbie family members addicted to trauma? No, that's not what that course is about, babe. That course is about you being able to use different voices and different tones. There might be something in there that activates you to use a certain tone with them, but I'm just giving you realistic expectations of what's in there. Hi, Mina, I'm reading your books and it is excellent. Only on chapter, I think you said one. I hate where they have the heart where you can't see. I don't know why YouTube did it that way. Their engineers need to do better. I'm going to reread it again. Awesome. They have the heart like right on the comment when we're looking at it, and then we can't read like at least one word of each comment. So I don't know why YouTube people didn't notice that. There are so many gems in the first chapter alone. I'm so glad you guys are loving the book. I love it. I still can't believe I wrote it. It was like the easiest thing I've ever done. Reading the section in your book about the different eras made me cry because I realized even though I bypass, it's an opportunity to do the work and collapse timelines. Exactly. We are the queen of alchemy and we can bloom wherever we're planted. I believe that. I really, really believe that. You get to bloom wherever you're planted. Learn to work the cards that you've been dealt. That's what my mom always used to say. She's like, she loved to play cards. Maybe that's why she had a lot of card analogies, and I'm not a card player, so they were like not my thing. But she would say that, you know, anyone can play a good hand. Like there's not anything special in that. Like the actual master is the one that can make do with whatever hand they're given and make the best of it. Yeah, her and my dad used to play cards all the time. Loving the books, thinking about getting lady balls for my sister. Yeah, I'm so happy to hear that. This is going to be a great Christmas present, holiday present, wedding present, divorce present, like everything, because it just helps you reinvent yourself. The feminine voice course sounds like fun. Wow, so much diversity. Exact every single area of my life that I've worked at ever, I've turned it into a course because why not? I'm like if If I needed this information and it changed my life, then there's one other person that could use it. Mina, I'm 32, come from a Muslim family, have a slim figure, educated, and kept myself chaste for my future husband. Do you think my age will stop me from being with a wealthier, family-oriented man? It will if you go with your own age. So you have to date older. You have to marry older, not even just date. So if you're looking for someone in their 40s, then no, it's not going to stop you. It's not going to be a problem. If you're looking for a 32-year-old man, it's going to be a problem. Now, I'm not saying you can't do it, but it's gonna be more difficult. Oh my God, has anyone watched um the spin-off of Selling Sunset? What is it called? Selling the OC? You know that one couple? Oh my God. I was watching it yesterday. I binged it yesterday. That one couple where the guy has the two twins. Do you know who I'm talking about? The really young guy whose wife literally looks like his mother. They're probably the same age, but she looks like his mother, and this guy does not act like he's married. He goes and he parties and he gets drunk and he's out doing his thing while she's at home with the kids. Do you know who I'm talking about? What's that guy's name? Hi, Mina. I'm 22. What age would you recommend for me to start dating? I would say read the Lady Balls book and see what stage you're actually in, like what era. The ex is he an ex model? Oh, I didn't even know. He grosses me out. I don't know what his name is. And I feel like his wife can definitely do better. I don't know why she married a baby and he's acting like a baby. He reminds me of my ex because he was out doing his own thing, except this guy at least provides. That guy was not providing. But yeah, don't marry a baby. He's just such a baby in front of her, and especially out partying and stuff. His name is Austin, the one with the twins. Yeah, I'm just wondering why this woman married a baby. He's like one drunken mishap away from doing whatever, and then yeah. There was something about him, like when he was getting annoyed when his children were playing, and like I don't know, like I just can't even imagine. Like I've never in my 15 years of marriage seen Irfan get annoyed at the kids like playing and like I don't know, just not a father figure at all. Should you buy the $1 million man for a man, or is it best that he wants to and does it by himself? It depends on how good you're at selling stuff. So the way I've sold things to my husband is I bought things like books or whatever, and then I'd be like, oh, I'm listening to this and I'm not understanding some things. Maybe you can listen to it and explain it to me. And then men love explaining things, you know that. So then he would start listening to it and explaining it to me. And that way he was listening to it. So that's how I'm able to sell it. Because sometimes if you're like pushing it on them, then they don't want to do it and they feel like you're coaching them. So I am just good at selling it in the way that they want to buy it. You said a few videos ago something along the lines of if you aren't married, then you can't properly pair bond since you haven't gone through marriage. What course would help me with that with my sons? I don't remember saying that, but if your mother didn't pair bond with you and activate that in you, then you're gonna have issue. I don't think I was talking about marriage, but I have a course called Repaired. It's all about pair bonding. That the entire course is on pair bonding. Yeah, Helena, yeah. He gives me like teenage boy vibes, and to me, that's just such a turn off. I can't stand him. I feel like she's over it too. Like on their date, when they were on that date in that one episode, and like when she was helping him pack for the Cabo trip, the vibes I'm getting from her is that she's over him, like his shenanigans. Don't marry a baby. It's Selling the OC. It's the spin-off of Selling Sunset, which I love. So I was like, Selling Sunset was over, and I'm like, damn it, I still want more episodes. So then I'm like, okay, let me watch this other one. I wasn't too excited about it, but I watched it, and I'm glad I did because there were like a few things in there. But yeah, that guy, no, she married a baby. Don't like him at all. I feel like she could have done better. What else is coming up for you guys? Any other questions about courses? What are you guys buying? Mhm. Are you serious? Someone said Lisa is older than Austin. Some sources say she's 36, others say 33. He's 32. She does look like his mother. Oh my God, there you go. I, yeah. I mean, to me, those scenes where she's on the date with him, packing for him, looks like mom helping her teenage boy. And his vibe, the way he acts, like I can't with him. These are not the type of guys we should be marrying. I don't know what she was thinking. And the comments he was making about how she tricked him into having kids, ah, like I do not want to be with a man that thinks I tricked him into having, like, no. Oh my gosh. Best course for confidence would be Dream Girl, for sure. That whole course is on that. When people look at you as a couple, you should be the younger one, you should be the prettier one, you should be the more radiant one. The focus, the spotlight should be on you. He supports that. In here, it's like all about him, right? Like don't do that. That's not how women thrive. We That's not where we blossom. Haney, if when this live stream is done, if you can put all those links in the comments as well for people, thank you so much for putting all those links. There are some of these links are in the description box. Of course, Haney is grabbing a lot more, so you can see them in the chat later. I'm sure she was in her masculine and that's why they got married. He also mentioned she was from a rich home. Oh my God, then why on earth would she do this? He could have been looking for a soft landing. He doesn't seem like he is marriage minded. No, he's not marriage material. He's not father material. He's like literally Chad. I don't know why this woman married him. Especially if she was from a good family, she's beautiful. She's old, she looks older than him, but she's pretty. No, she could have had a king, and she has a baby now. She has a joker. I've been watching you on YouTube since 2018. I'm so happy to see your success continue to grow. Congrats on the new bestseller. Thank you. I appreciate that, A. Brown. Why can't you have both, goddess? But why can't you allow yourself to be in the spotlight? I'm so confused why your brain all of a sudden has to think of something negative when that comes up. That's interesting. These are things that I journal on. When someone's talking about what I get to have, and then all of a sudden I'm like, but does that mean I don't get to marry someone I'm attracted to? Does that mean, why did your brain start thinking in peasant terms as soon as something amazing was brought to your attention? That's the kind of stuff I want you guys to explore. Why can't you have someone that you're sexually attracted to, that is providing for you, that lets you be in the spotlight where you're the prize and you're the queen? Why can't you have that? Why in your life does that immediately equal, well, then he's ugly? Why can't, where in your life were you told that you can't have it all? Notice that people do this kind of stuff, right? They immediately think of something negative or some price that they're going to have to pay. Like, why can't you have both? Why aren't you in queen consciousness? But what this woman has, whatever her name is, I forgot. Sorry, someone had just posted. Um, I'm more invested in the Selling Sunset one, so like this is new for me. So I don't know the characters' names yet, but she's not shining. She seems dim to me. She seems like she's settling. Like you could see that her power is not there in the relationship. He's like totally in his best, living his best life. Yes, you get to have it all. Why not? Why do you have to like pay a big price just because you want this other thing? It's so interesting to me that when I talk about women being provided for and being the center of the world and all of that, so instantly like, oh, then he's gonna be ugly. And then why did your brain go there? Why do you believe there's a big price to pay for that? I mean, that's how I think. I really need to reflect on that. That's inner work right there. I think sometimes for me, it's negative friends who want me to feel like I'm not deserving of good things. Get new friends. Like, I don't understand. There's no friend in the world that would make me betray my DNA, my bloodline, and my ancestry and what I get to have and my descendants. Like, friends are just not like that worth it. You can have another friend. I don't know any other, like one person where I'd be like, oh my God, I would have done some great things on this planet and made it worth it for my ancestors and for my descendants. But this friend, like, what? I can have new friends. This is the first live I've ever caught, and I just want to say, Mina, you have molded me into my own dream girl. Thank you. Yay! I love it when women are their own dream girl. That's the best place to be. And more than his six pack or any of that, it's his freaking attitude that I can't stand. He is is there anything about this man other than the fact that he's now providing? But I mean, he married a rich woman, so I don't even know his true intentions. His nothing about him says, "Oh, what a great father and husband." Even when he was giving her compliments, did you notice her reactions to them? Like even she was like, he's just saying this because like then he gets to go to Cabo, by himself and party, you know? Like she's not a woman that's like blossoming in his providing. I had this belief too. Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people think there's some kind of a price to pay for something else that they want. That's been like the biggest, that's why the you get to have it all is such a big part of my branding because you don't have to sacrifice anything to get something else. You just have to do the inner work for it. You do have to do the inner work for it though. That I will say. So ladies, code Barkat gets you 23% off all courses, intensives, and bundles until 11/25 for my holiday and birthday sale. And my voice is starting to, like my throat is starting to hurt a little bit. So I'm gonna let you guys go rest my voice. That was a lot of talking. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.